All right, it is 9:46 here in the morning. High tide is at 10:40, just about an hour from now. Where are we at?
We are back at the Blue Heron Bridge.
That's right, Riviera Beach, Florida. We've already done one video on diving Blue Heron Bridge where we talk all about the dive planning, but today, visibility looks much better than the last time we tried diving here. It's really kind of hit or miss with things, but today we've got what looks like a pretty awesome day out there. So we're gonna jump back in the water, yeah?
Yeah, let's go. It looks amazing.
Today, we've got 8 tips for diving the Blue Heron Bridge, and we're going to talk about those as we gear up and head out to find a shipwreck we haven't seen before. Tip number 1, this is a tidal dive, meaning the best time to start your dive is about 30 minutes before high tide so the currents don't pull you out. But it also means everyone is planning to dive here at the same time. During the weekends in particular, this can create a parking problem, so if you want a prime spot with a short walk to the water, plan to park a couple hours before high tide. Weekdays, parking is not nearly as much of an issue. Parking is free, but don't park in the designated boat trailer area. Tip number 2, bringing a compass. There are a lot of structures that make natural navigation a good choice for getting around here, but having a compass makes traversing across the sand from spot to spot easier. Today we're looking for a wreck of a sailboat north of the Little Blue Heron Bridge, and marking our compass heading will help us find it. Tip number 3, maintain good buoyancy control. Many things are living in the sand, so it's important to watch your fins in particular. Otherwise, you may disturb the sea life or destroy the home of something living in the sand. Having good buoyancy control also helps prevent the water from becoming silted up and reducing visibility for you and other divers. As we head under the Little Blue Heron Bridge, make sure to check out our online store full of designs of different dive sites we've visited. Link in the description. Tip number 4, watch for fishing line under the pier and bring at least one knife or cutting tool with you. Tip number 5, bring a flashlight. It can be pretty dark under the Little Blue Heron Bridge, so to see everything, it's important to bring a torch with you. This way you can check under all the little cracks and crevices and illuminate the fish as you're swimming by. Here, there's a resident school of Atlantic spadefish that hang out, which brings us to tip number 6. There is so much to see while scuba diving or snorkeling the Blue Heron Bridge that you can't fit it all into one dive. When you plan your dive, pick an area and take your time to explore it. If you race around and try to fit everything in, you'll miss a lot. Tip number 7. When diving somewhere new, it's a good idea to hire a local dive guide. There are some great dive shops and guides in the area, and in our dive planning video we touch on a couple of them. But not only can a good dive guide show you where to go and point out what to look for, they'll also tow the required dive flag for you and ensure you're not drifting off into areas you should avoid, such as the nearby boat channels. Moving out from under the Little Blue Heron Bridge, to the north, we follow the compass heading I marked at the start of our dive in search of a wreck of a sailboat that we haven't yet seen. Tip number 8, the Blue Heron Bridge is also a great spot to do a test dive and make sure all your gear is good to go and your weight is correct before you head out on a dive boat for a drift dive. It's also the perfect spot to take a more advanced training course, such as rescue diver or underwater navigation. Although the Blue Heron Bridge has a lot of structures that have been intentionally sunk to create artificial reefs, the shipwrecks here are mainly the result of hurricanes. Finding our shipwreck, we see a couple other divers helping to clean it and keep it safe by taking off some of the fishing line from the stern section. Make sure to check out our online store for our dive site inspired apparel and to watch our video on dive planning at the Blue Heron Bridge next. Thanks for watching, guys. If you hadn't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It means the world to us, and make sure that you never miss a dive. But we will see you next time underwater.